All right. Welcome into our post-match press conference. We have Temwa Shawinga and Gabrielle Robinson. If you have a question in the Zoom chat, please use the raise your hand function, and we'll get to you. You can ask your question of the players. But we're going to start in the room. And Daniel, go ahead.
Say name and outlet.
Would you mind? That'd be great. Thank
Daniel
you.
Sperry, Kansas City Star. Tonight, maybe not, or this afternoon, I guess, maybe not like the most perfect performance, but you guys found a way to grind out a 1-0 win. What do you think that says about your team?
Yeah, I think you said it, just being able to grind out wins. Every game in this league is tough, and every opponent we face is going to bring something different. So just finding a little edge to push us over, obviously. Somebody rolling it down for us. So, yeah, just finding a way to win any way we can and just grinding it out defensively, offensively, I thought was a pretty good performance in showing that.
And for you, you get the 7th goal in the last 5 games. Got a couple of chances there. Were you happy that shot came right back to you for the one that you put away?
Yeah, of course, because I tried to shoot the first time, so the blockade definitely coming to me. So I just used the whole force to shoot the ball, to score the goal. Like we wanted to win the game, we didn't want to tie. So I'm happy I helped my team to win the game to get the whole 3 points.
And just another shutout for this team. I know defensively this team's been working, getting a lot better than what maybe moments we saw earlier in the year. What do you think is the key to kind of the mentality behind that gritty performance that you guys played today?
Yeah, I think obviously some of the goals are unlucky that have been scored on earlier in the season, but really it's just the basics and doing the little things right. Everybody's shifting on time, everybody's stepping in hard, so yeah, as long as we're doing our job, I think, the offense will take care of the rest.
Chad Smith, KC Soccer Journal. Gabby, first one for you. You had to come into the game very early, unexpectedly, because of the injury. What is it like as a player to suddenly be thrust into the game when you're not planning to be a starter?
Yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but just stay ready. You never know when your name is going to be called, and I feel like that's the mindset for anybody on our team, regardless if you're starting, not starting, whatever. So yeah, it was just, okay, here I got to take my opportunity as it is and just help the team in any way I can, and hopefully I did that.
And you took a pretty nasty challenge right before halftime, studs to the shin there, and the ref didn't see it as a card. How are you feeling, first off, and then, did you think it should have been a card?
Yeah, good, of course. I want a foul. I don't want studs up on anybody. But yeah, his decision is his decision at the end of the day, and I just got to go with what he calls and what he doesn't. So yeah, just moving past it now.
And then Temwa, 89th minute, I think, you gut out that long run into the corner, win a throw. How do you kind of find it in yourself? Like, you get a lot of plaudits for the offense, but I think your defense is incredibly underrated. Maybe, Gabby would probably sign up for this too, that you really help keep those shutouts with those efforts late in the game.
Yeah, hit the ball, so I just need to pay effort to chase the ball and find the ball, because we lose the ball so far. They're coming to our goal, so no matter what, I need just to learn to take that ball and hold the ball. For that time, I win the ball, and it was our throwing. We avoid a lot of things, so I'm happy I can help my team go out today, the way I learn.
Yeah,
it makes sense to me because I get the ball. So yeah.
PJ Green, KC Star. Gabby coming in, the back line has had pretty consistent, but the rotation excuse me, you can pick anyone just kind of any day. Armas can. Just what is it like kind of being in that and still, you've been in this environment for a minute, but just being in this competition?
Sorry, I was almost sneezing. Yeah, I think I'm just doing whatever I can to help the team. Obviously, if I play, I'm going to help the team. If I don't play, I'm going to encourage my team just the same. So, yeah, it's a part of the game. It's a part of my job. And, yeah, I just doing everything I can to help this team.
What were you seeing from Boston's attack throughout the match?
Sorry?
What were you seeing from Boston's attack throughout the match?
Yeah, they were being aggressive. Yeah, they really wanted little tight combinations, which is pretty hard to defend. But I felt like as a whole, we pretty much defended it pretty well, and we're stepping in hard. So, yeah, I thought we handled what they brought at us pretty well today.
And then Temwa, for you, you just keep continuing this excellence, and I don't think your performance has ever wavered. I think every match that you've played in this league has been the same. Just how do you maintain that consistency? I know we're going to keep asking it, but just how do you maintain just the consistent effort that you just keep bringing?
Because the help of my teammate, without my teammate, I cannot perform like that. So they help me a lot. They give me encouragement when I'm there. When I look the back, like I look forward, I look at my teammate. I'm so happy. Like I need to win the game. I need to help my team the way they're playing. So I'm just happy to help my team the way because the energies come from goalkeeper, defenders, like midfielder, striker. So that's why like I just play the game with all energy.
Awesome. Hey guys, Kathleen Geyer from the Nine Sports. We talk a lot about how special this environment is here at CPKC, but how much do you think that's helped you, especially the last couple of weeks, kind of getting back on track and maybe getting that confidence?
Yeah, I think anytime we're playing at home, it's a huge help. It's like we have another player on the field with us. I know the away team feels that every single time, and it's super hard to come in here and play. So just that energy, I feel like, is boosting us. It's giving us energy on the field to go out and put on a good performance for them, not just for ourselves. So, yeah, it's the best playing here and, having that momentum.
All right, PJ's going to wrap us up.
Obviously, long break coming up. So just plans for the break for both of y'all. I'm sure y'all will be here watching matches. Just, yeah.
Tell me what you're doing. Yeah, I think for the break we're going to obviously still work out, do our thing, but take some time to just decompress. I think, everybody's going to be everywhere, but just take some time to ourselves and come back focused for Challenge Cup and then the rest of the season.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you so much. Congrats
you.
on the win.
Thanks, guys.
We'll have Coach in here shortly.
This is the shirt. Nice shirt. Thank you. Yeah. You feel prideful?
Certainly am. Me prideful, yes, and we support our community in that way, right? So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Anyone who is on the Zoom, please use the raise your hand function if you'd like to ask a question, and we'll get to you. Head coach Chris Armas, we'll start with you.
Listen, really quickly, it's important to note our fans that show up again. I mention it every time because it has to be at the front of our brains, and everything we do, it's for our fans that show up. We never take that lightly, so that they show up in big numbers. They're so knowledgeable. They get behind our team. They are amazing. Even I know some of the Kansas City Chiefs in the building today supporting our group, and we're with them too. So it's really cool to hear that. And listen, it's a win for us. That was important. It's a shutout. We want to carry momentum into the break and see our national team players go and do their thing. And it's real positive feelings right now around the club. But really important win, another shutout on the season, and we're going to keep this thing going.
Go ahead.
Daniel Sperry, KC Star. Maybe not as pretty as some of your home wins in the last few weeks, but you guys got the job done. What do you think about the way that team kind of met a pretty gritty, scrappy Boston team and kind of challenged them and met them at their level and got the job done?
It's really interesting because I think Boston is a really good team. We knew that coming into it. They're well coached. They have technical players. They're smart and savvy. They can play through you, and they have a direct game that they can hurt you with. So this was going to be a big challenge on the day. We're a team that we don't foul a lot. It's just not in the DNA of it's not. I don't in training say, hey, don't foul. But they are a team that's very aggressive. I think they lead the league in fouls. And now this meets halfway, and that's part of I think what makes that team tough to play against. But I would say first and foremost, they're a good footballing team as they slice through us in different moments. But I think it's important, and it's a sign of a good team to note that on the days when all of your good stuff's not showing up, right? Some of the transition moments in the first half, not quite sharp enough. The final pass, some of the crosses, that you just can hang in there and defend well, knowing that sometimes the good attacking is going to come from good defending. So at halftime, it was so much about ramping it up, putting them on the clock more, we say, going after them more, high press more, less passes before we jump. Got to win the second balls and put them in a different type of game. And it did shift after halftime, where most of the game was played to my left, which is in the attacking half. So we get a goal, we get it done, and we grinded it out. So I've said that teams have to learn, or they don't, or we're trying to learn how to win in different ways. And some days you can win with lots of goals. Sometimes it looks better. And today was a grind, and we got it done.
I think there's obviously a couple of different ways you can look at how you want to go into a break, but maybe not playing the perfect game. I mean, does that kind of I know this team's always hungry, but does that kind of add that kind of fuel to the fire too, of you go out, you get the win, it was gritty, maybe not perfect, but we still got a lot to work on. We got a month before we come back out. Did you find a way that you feel good about the way this one goes into the break?
We feel great about the result. And the nature that we grew. We didn't shrink as the game went on. We got better, not worse. And our team stuck to who we are. We stepped on the pitch, and it just wasn't our sharpest stuff. And it's important that on those days you know that you can, if you keep things tight, you're going to make a play. And you got to stick to the DNA even more, knowing you have players out there that can make a play, and they did. So, yeah, listen, it's in football, how much is in your control? You can't control everything all the time. There's a team that's coming through the door. We're not sneaking up on them. They come into a place, I know, 23 games, set a record, home games without a defeat, or we're getting results in 23 straight. A new record that we've extended, 10 home victory. Like, this is tough when teams come through. It doesn't get easier. So I say comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes. It's important to win those games.
PJ Green, KC Star. Obviously, Kayla goes out very early. Just gracious. Can you give us an update on her, and then just the response from the team? Just it continuing after she leaves.
Yeah, the game had little breaks in rhythm at times. The water breaks, which were important. The injury, lots of stoppage time. It's choppiness, fouls, pressing. It's Bailey and Ebol. They're going to try to figure out what to do with all their days off coming up at some point. So listen, the most important thing is that Kayla's okay, right? That the head, the brain, they check for that. It's the most important thing with the concussions of. And then when it's in the balance like this, for me, it's protect the player. So she was going to get stitched up a bit, but it was more so protect the player. We have to do that as much as she wanted to continue on. So, and look, she's been a really important piece of this team, her leadership, the quality she's brought, the winning mentality. But I'd say that also Gabby, in a moment's notice, coming off the Portland victory, which, I thought about even ways to start her this game. It's not always easy when you have talent all over the place. And I thought she stepped in and did a really nice job. And her speed, but more so her aggressiveness, stepping in. She's really intelligent, Gabby, when she's at her best, reading the games. And you could see in the second half the amount of time she stepped in and won the ball and then delivered the nicest pass in the world to the most forward player. So I thought she stepped in and did a nice job.
And then Allie goes out also. So an update on her also, if you can.
Yeah, from what I understood, she got hit on her ankle, took a knock, and just needed to come off. Just too much pain. When you get crunched in that area, I mean, listen, it didn't look anything malicious, at least as I saw it. But yeah, just have to. We have these scenarios in our minds before, but yeah, we made that change, and yeah, it's part of the game.
And as a former midfielder yourself, when you see physical games like this, does that thing kind of fuel you where it's like, I hope y'all are loving this because this is the kind of soccer that I would love to play back in my day?
Yeah, listen, a lot of coaches talk about control and having control. I actually understand that, and we like that. I also am a coach who likes when it gets out of control, because I think we can play that game. We can play the game of second balls. We can play the game of transition. So in terms of the fouls and the combativeness, there was once a time in my life that I was tough. And now if I have to endure some of those challenges and tackles, what happened to this guy? I'm not sure. But I love when my team plays with intensity and energy and fight. And that is our DNA and our identity.
Chad Smith, KC Soccer Journal. Congrats, Coach, on the win. First up, played against a back five today. Do you think that had any effect on maybe the inability to slip some balls through there, just being that extra defender back there?
I would say yes. It oftentimes does. Even getting a glimpse of the Champions League final for 20 or 30 minutes today, when Arsenal goes up and now PSG is trying to unlock a block of, it's hard. It slows the game down a bit. It's the spaces aren't there that we normally could see in a back four. Not as much space behind at times, not as much space centrally if three center backs are clogging up the middle. And yeah, what ends up happening sometimes, it's the spaces aren't there, those pictures aren't always there, and then frustration can grow, and then it does have an effect. On top of the structure, I think Boston just did it, they were up for it, and they also made it hard for our players. So I give them credit, and I give our players credit for sticking with it and staying steady and growing into the game. And actually, we created moments. In these days, can more moments turn into chances and more chances into shots? But yeah, it's part of it, for sure.
And then you guys are heading into the break. What is the break going to look like from a team perspective? How much time are they getting off? What is the plan to kind of be ready to win that Challenge Cup when you guys come back?
Yeah, we have some training next week. We'll have some days of training next week and 3 or 4 days, and then they get, I believe it's maybe 10 or 11 days or so. There was a mandatory 7 days. There's a big break. We gave them a few more days. They wanted more, of course, but no, like they're amazing. They appreciate that we gave them a little bit more there, and they need it. It's well deserved. They work so hard. And since January, they give everything. So yeah, everyone will recharge. Me and the staff have work to do, but yeah, we'll all recharge as well.
Awesome. All right, we'll have you wrap it up.
Emily Bartlett, Goalside Gossip. Coach, was it always the plan to bring Rocky in at the end of the game, or did the timing just kind of seem right for her today?
Well, every time she's been available this year, she's in the discussion. You know, I'm really aware and appreciative of what she brings to our team. She's not just a top footballer. You see how her possession, the weight of her passes, she makes players around her better. That for me is a gift. She's also really intelligent, and in a game when there's stress, she can help calm things down with her style of play and her attributes. And but she's also a competitor and a winner, and she fights. And I thought Bailey had a strong game, but the fresh legs in there I thought made a difference for us to calm things down, and she's really comfortable in that part of the field. So I thought, what was it planned all along? It wasn't planned. We always look at the game and see what the game needs, but knowing hot day might need Rocky today. So yeah, we had it in our mind.
We saw Amelia White kind of immediately come in and make an impact. What does that say about like the overall use of your bench and the players that are newer and coming in?
Yes, what it says about our bench and our coaches is that we're going to believe in the young players, give them opportunity. We won't be afraid to do that. But about the bench and the reserves, that they're more than capable, and we believe in them. And you can see Amelia. I think if you look at her right now to a month or two ago, she's playing with the real intensity and belief in herself, and we're giving her some of that confidence and saying, come on, we believe in you, and it's important. So you can see her pressing, her willingness to run behind. She won us a few balls, and then it's some antsy moments with the ball, but she's giving a lot to the team, and those minutes were earned, and we'll keep that going, her and her teammates that are hungry to get out there.
Awesome. Coach, thank you so much. Enjoy
All right,
the
Danny.
break. We'll
You
see
too.
you guys back out here, watch parties on the 6th and 9th. I know. And then Columbus on June 26th.